Hello everybody, it's Dovey for a bit of a different video today. Today, March 19th, is the day that I use to commemorate something. It is the 5th year now since we lost very important to me friend, member of the community, Med98, Michael Heredia. It's the every year I like to do a video on today, which I have as his Yahrzeit. For those who haven't seen previous videos, Yahrzeit is a Yiddish word meaning time of the year. It's a day where you take time on the day of somebody's passing every year just to remember them, say some prayers, usually light a candle that burns for the whole day. You start at the night, and for these purposes I actually bought one this year. Last year I wasn't able to get my hands on one. I actually bought one of the 26-hour candles here. So I'm gonna do that right now. And I don't have anywhere safe to put it. I would put it over here, but this is my bed, and I don't want to light my room on fire because I know how these things work. I wish I could just put it somewhere, but for now, it's gonna go on my desk. It's for me to look at. One of the reasons why I like to make these videos each year is just to talk about thoughts of life and death. If it's a subject that is not something that's easy for you to listen to, or it's just not something that you can listen to right now, I very much understand that. Feel free to take a look at my other stuff, or it's do what is best for you. Don't endanger your mental health. That's very important. Every year I try to make points in these videos, and I feel like I become less and less relevant in them. But first let's just talk about Mike. Mike was the first friend that I really had on YouTube when I started up my Let's Playing career, way back in 2011. I had a few IRL friends who used to watch my video, or who watched my videos back then when I first started, but not really any other audience. But back in the days of the video responses, I put one of my early episode of Mario and Luigi Superstar Saga on a Chugga Conroy video, and it got some attention there, and somebody actually subscribed from it. The first subscriber I ever got that wasn't somebody that I knew already was a user by MetaLuigi98. And MetaLuigi98 would go on to comment on all my videos, watch them, and become a friend. I very much appreciated all of the support he gave me in the beginning, and there's a few people that have been around that long also that were in that first 50, and even a few that are still around now. I still have the list of the first 50, and a few people that are still around now, and goodness gracious, I appreciate you so much. I look at that list from time to time and just remember. But Mike was the first. Mike was the first. Mike had aspirations to do his own Let's Playing, and I helped him out with it. Whether it was learning how to use Visual Boy Advance, or commentating over episodes of Yoshi's Island that he couldn't upload to his own channel because he didn't have the time limit removed, so he put him on my channel, and I did like a commentary on his gameplay, which was just very fun. And you know, joining collab group Gamers United, Worldwide LPers, I think he might have been also part of. Was he part of Gamers United now? I don't remember. It was a very long time ago, but being part of collab projects. And just being an all-around good kid. And as time went on, I heard from him less and less. I tried to contact him every so often, but I have a personal philosophy of giving people space, because I enjoy my space. So I didn't really talk to him too much, but from time to time, if I wouldn't hear from him, I would see how everything was going. And he had a tough life. Problems at home. His sister, I know, was sick for a while. Eventually she passed away. And he was pretty heartbroken over that. And then I didn't hear from him for a while. And then in March of 2014, I got a YouTube message from his cousin saying that he had taken his life. And he had actually mentioned me in his goodbye note, and you know, sent me asked a message to be sent, just saying, you know, thank you for what you've done. And this is back when I was still very sick from the cancer, and just saying that he couldn't. It was hurting him too much to see me suffering from the cancer. And just that's, you know, just thanking me for my friendship, and wishing me well. And you know, just that, you know, I was an older brother, a father figure, something. But that was that. And I made a video back then. I was devastated. And I don't want to make this video about how I felt. But we have to get into at least some of the feelings to talk about it. But I've talked about this in the past also, but after that I had a very hard time connecting with just about anybody. I was actually devastated, as anybody would be if somebody close to them took their life. But Mike was a younger brother to me. I felt very responsible for that and for him. And I didn't really feel like I should put myself in the situation again where other people would rely on me like that. And I kind of moved away from people for a few years. I've been trying to move back to that, but it's very hard, because every time I get closer to people, or they start trusting me, my first and foremost thought is always, I'm gonna let them down again. And I still haven't gotten rid of that. And if you're wondering, if you're a friend of mine and you're wondering why does Dovey seem distant, that's why. It's not because I don't like you. It's just because I'm still not fine from that. But that's enough about me, really. The main thing is we're gonna talk about the surroundings. First and foremost, as a reminder, because by God, everybody needs this reminder. You are worth it. You are always worth it. And I don't mean you're worth it when you provide a service, or when somebody says that you've helped them or, you know, even when you're doing your day-to-day job or activities, even when you're doing nothing, when you're lying in bed wondering what the heck is going on with my life, you're still worth it. And you're worth it during the highs and the lows. You're worth it whether you feel like you're contributing or you're being a detriment. You're still worth it. It's very hard to keep up that idea, which is why it's so important to keep reminding everybody that they are worth it. It's very, to put it mildly, it's very difficult to live. It's really easy just to let things go, everything go, but from personal experience, there's so many people that love you, that want to see you keep fighting. I am one of them. I am definitely one of them. If you have a hard time coming up with a list of people that you think would miss you, put me at the top 50 slots at least. Because, man, I don't let anything go. I miss people that I knew in first grade that I never saw again. Like, if I've known you in the past, 8 years of being on YouTube here, I would definitely miss you. A lot of people just like to let the past, completely slip away from them and start fresh and new, and I am not one of those people. For good, for better or for worse, I'm not one of those people. And part of that, though, is the fact that you right there, the viewer, are somebody that I care about. And I believe firmly and wholeheartedly that if we both keep fighting together, there will be a better future for us at some point. Because, man, life sucks. Life sucks in the now. And I know, from my personal struggles, not just with depression, but with cancer, life really sucks in the now. But I didn't stop fighting. And I hope that, the bottom of my priority list of beating cancer was living through it. Because right now, still have no idea what I'm doing with myself. I have, no hopes for the future currently. But one of the main reasons why I really wanted to beat the cancer was so that I can give the people around me to completely ruin the moment and quote it again, a stepping stone for hope. Just to provide people with some sort of frame of reference that you can get through the most difficult trials in your life. And you can, and it does get better, and it will get better. That, hope pays off, that miracles happen. Because, man, I have seen miracles in the past few years. And I almost didn't. Especially this past year. This past year was absolutely terrible for me in terms of mental health. And, I've talked about it before, and I'm not going to go into it further, but we were very close to me not being here to give this video. Very close. And it wasn't the cancer. It was me. I was the problem. But, I think the one thing that really saved me was talking to somebody. And those people didn't give me advice. I have trouble talking to people because I don't want them to feel like, oh my god, I have no idea what to say. And the same reason why it's hard for me to, say something to other people. It's because, I can't help. I don't know, I can't feel what you're feeling. But what I can do is listen. And listening is so good. And it doesn't heal you right away. But what it does do is just remind you that you're not alone. And, yeah, I can't promise that I'm going to be any good at helping you. But if you need somebody to listen, who can just say, you know, I hear that. I'm your guy. But it's hard to make a point when you ramble. But you know, the big point is you're still here and I'm still here. It counts for a lot. And I'm not very good at being inspirational, but I'm trying to be sincere at least. It's very hard to, I'm sorry that I keep starting things off, it's very hard. It's very hard to change and improve your life if it's gone. And it's very hard for your life to change. Sometimes you can't do the improvements yourself. Sometimes you just gotta wait till outside factors get in, and that's not an easy wait. But change is happening all the time. As I've heard from Nintendo Capri Sun, you know, taking your life is a permanent solution to a temporary problem. It's just, sometimes it feels like it's the only solution, but you just gotta hang in there. And just when you're feeling like there's just absolutely nothing going on, just remember that I believe in you. If that counts for anything, and I hope it does, just remember that I believe in you. And hopefully we'll all work together to make this world better, yeah? I hope so. I love you all, and thank you very much. And once again, this is in the memory of Michael Heredia, Meta98, MetaLuigi98. I very much miss you. Think about you every day. And I hope we don't have to suffer sadness again. Thank you very much for watching. Goodbye, everybody.